What, if anything, should the NBA do about Russell Westbrook?
They should slap him on the wrist in terms of punishment because there's a greater gain in this moment than just a punishment and a fine. Where we are right now is two worlds colliding. In an ideal world, Russell Westbrook can tune out the noise of the fans. In an ideal world, fans don't say ignorant, disrespectful stuff to the players. But we're not there. In the reality, we know that these worlds are colliding and more frequently than ever. And so here's the real. If you're the NBA, you have to side with Russell Westbrook. And I tell you why. One, you want to protect the workplace. And protecting the workplace is where the guys actually perform. Where you come out, you pay your hard-earned money as a fan to actually watch a product. You want to watch that product go out there, and you want to see it. And whether you cheer, you boo, whatever you want to do, in the lines of respect, you want to see that product. That's why you spent your money. But that's not even the priority of what you're trying to protect if you're an NBA. You need to protect the fan experience. And I made this transition from being on the field to actually being in the stands. And let me tell you, it is not a fan-friendly place for me, my son, now my daughter, to go to with my wife. Because as soon as I sit down, I don't check my section for my viewing and my seating arrangement and to see how well I can see the field or the court. I'm checking to see how many knuckleheads in my section and where the Yellow Jackets at. Because I know once I'm sitting around one of these guys or gals, all of a sudden, there goes my fan experience. NBA has to know, like all major corporations know, if it's a family-friendly product, protect it at all costs because that's the most lucrative and profitable. So you slap Russell Westbrook, say, hey, man, you can't threaten fans / a woman. But more importantly, fans, get in alignment because you're messing up the experience for everyone else who's paying their hard-earned money.
Fans complaining? Were there Utah fans that were like, oh my God, this is horrible. This man said,
you know what? Most communication is nonverbal. You want to see the eye rolls. You want to see the nonverbal. You want to see how many times I've sat there and be like, now, should I call security?
I'm talking about Utah last night.
I wasn't there. You weren't either. So,
I know.
So the point is, you don't know how many people are sitting there actually being compromised in their experience because the one who's having the mob mentality off the sauce is doing too much. If you're the NBA, there are only a few fans like this. Handle them like they did in New England.
Sure.
Suspend them, get them out of there, and then you'll solve this problem.
But Westbrook went over the line. You have security people in place to handle this. I 100% agree with you. My wife tells me all the time, some of the stuff that these fans say, you can't bring your kids to the game. And you're not going to check that guy sitting 3 rows down from you. But Westbrook shouldn't have to check him either. His job is to go out there and hoop and to win game. Security, there are people in place to go up there and check fans. And I agree, they should not be at the games. But that's not Westbrook's job to kick them out.
What's the worst that's been ever said to you? I need that this perspective from you because I can give you what the worst has been done to me on my family side. What's the worst been said to you before?
I'm not sure, because I'm not really sensitive like that.
I'm just not.
I'm the same way. I don't remember. A battery. They threw a battery one time.
I'm not sensitive. I'm not triggered by words. I'm not triggered by racial slurs. I think they're all words, and it just is what it is. But sometimes fans can go too far. Should Russell Westbrook be fined? Yes. Should the fan be dealt with? Yes.
100%.
I think Russ was willing to take the fine to speak out for himself. But he should but
$25,000, $50,000 to Russell Westbrook is nothing.
But we all do have different triggers. We have different vices and we have different triggers. Some words mean different things to different people. In my life, the fan experience, sometimes by the actions on the court and how well you compete and what you may have done even on accident, I've had to deal with death threats. I've had to have security at my hotel for a month straight, at my house for a month straight because of an action on the court, because of a fan, his interaction at the game thought it was my life and my children's and my wife's life should be affected because of a basketball game.
Yeah, but you should not have to deal with that. Someone else should be in place for that.
That was
what you going to do now? Go to him and say, we got to square this up?
At the game.
Agreed.
It was a revolt started at the game because they thought something happened that shouldn't have never happened. So what I'm saying is, Russ should be fined for the words that he used. But sometimes these fans are taking this way too far. And what's going on in our world, in our country right now.
We don't disagree. None of us disagree with that.
They think they have different rights.
To some degree in terms of...
Because the fans are just can do whatever they want to out there.
Here's what I just wanted to argue the facts. And Russell Westbrook said the facts are, the guy said, get on your knees like you're used to. The guy's argument is, no, I said, You got ice or heat on your knees.
But if you
sit
check
down,
the guy's timeline, he is a.
No,
you ain't got to check the timeline. You check his Twitter timeline.
No, listen to his words.
He's saying,
and all of a sudden it went somewhere that was not good for work. Guess what? He didn't even, the dialogue ceased. He started to go to a different place.
But again, because I don't want to argue with about his Twitter page.
I'm not
because
either.
one, Russell Westbrook has no knowledge of that, and no one at the game did
What I'm
either.
saying is he's
it's
lying.
After the fact. No. Russell Westbrook could be lying too. We can call people liars. We can do that. But all we got to do is argue the facts. If Russell Westbrook's facts are right, there's still no provocation there to threaten this man or his wife and to drop them F-bombs. Period. Based on what Russell Westbrook said happened.
That is true.
Based on what this guy said happened. The facts are still the same. There's no provocation for what Westbrook did. If we're going to create a society where all it takes is for some white man to say anything to us and it justifies us flying off the handle and making a fool out of ourselves, then we are creating a sorry society for ourselves as black people.
This is not about that. You showed a montage where a kid touched him, another one where a woman, another one where an Asian man. This is not about just no white man walking. All those videos were of different ethnicities, different age groups. This is about somebody who, even in their own words, was incomplete in what occurred. He got to the point he said, and he was dropping F-bombs, and I said something about the knees, and then everything else is not suitable for work. Guess what? What is that? Because that's what Russell Westbrook.
But James Dolan banned a fan for work for less. He banned the fan.
And he's a pampered elite just like Russell Westbrook. And this whole mentality that now fans are so out of line, they're screaming things at us.
That's not what he's saying. That's over-exaggeration.
Are you kidding me? I watched Raymond
Felton.
Oh, we're humans, and they're just saying anything to us. Are you kidding me?
It's work, brother.
And again, I'm just going I work too and have throughout my entire journalistic career have dealt with death threats.
Okay.
Real and some BS. It doesn't provoke me to go off and lose my mind.
Sometimes.
I've had drunk people confront me all over my work.
How did he go off and lose his mind if he stayed in that place and said, do not make that threat again?
Hey, man, we're in a society.
How? Because he got filmed?
We're in a society where he's completely out of bounds talking anything about this man's wife.
And so is the fan.
The
fan was out of bounds.
He should be
sit
protected.
Down. No, a fan can't yell sit down.
How do you know that's what he said?
Can't say get on your knees.
Forget what he did to Westbrook. Forget what he did to Westbrook. Like, the NBA should not be having that.
Right.
Like, in that section.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you.
You asked 20 people in that section, 18 of them be like, that was weak.
Right. We don't want that.
Before you go, again, and I love arguing with professional athletes. Do y'all know why y'all made so much money?
Not because of that fan, because of fans. Not that fan. Go fans.
There's a fanaticism among fans that have elevated athletes to the point where they can make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The root cause of all of this is fanaticism.
Yeah.
We have a fanatical love affair. You take that fanaticalism out, you're taking a lot of the money out. Ain't nobody buying jerseys. No one cares as much.
Because the fanatic is not giving off racist slurs or giving off things of that nature. You said well-adjusted adult.
Yes.
Okay. What you pay for is competition. What comes with competition is emotions, right? So you have sets of people who are emotional in your competition, and that's what makes the sport amazing because there are emotions in it, they're competitive. But then you can't expect him to be a well-adjusted adult. He's competitive at this point. His emotions are high, and then things like that are coming at him. You can't be above that. You can't be. Honestly, the truth is, you have to. The NBA has to allow the fans to act like a fan, but not act like a racist or a bigot, or like you cannot do these things in the course of America right now.
Once again, what'd you say? Yellow jackets.
Yeah.
There are yellow jackets.
Oh, I find them
every
before I
team
sit
got
down.
4 security guys.
Brian,
you don't have to go there.
Brian. And there were a bunch of them standing around monitoring this situation. They took this fan out of his seat, interviewed him for a couple of minutes, brought him back, and had a bunch of security people there.
We all know Utah's a different place.
But again,
we can't act like it was in a certain
place. And so
place,
they were there monitoring what's happening. And fans are going to yell, sit down. They're going to yell stupid things. Again, the reason why because I used to be a fan, and I still am a fan. And I've cussed out. When I was 18 years old, I can still remember to this day, the Pacers didn't take Adrian Branch in the second round, and I wanted them to. Cussed out Donnie Walsh and a couple at the Pacer draft party. I was the 18-year-old.
Are you saying that with pride? Or are you saying that?
I'm
okay,
saying that
like
factual.
Regret?
Like,
saying
yeah, you regret.
Really, I don't have any regret. I was an 18-year-old kid. I'm a hardcore Pacer fan. I wanted Adrian Brands drafted. I yelled some stupid. Donnie Walsh, did nobody react and look at this idiot.
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
Again, that's what you do.
But your hard-earned money doesn't give you a
He's not
license
in
to ill. You're not buying that license to ill. Here's the thing. If Russell Westbrook is expected to be bigger than this, isn't the NBA expected to be bigger than this? Which means, what do we have to protect? Our players, our workplace, and our fan experience. If you take a poll of people who are sitting there saying, yeah, we're in agreement with this crazy fan, there are going to be so few people who are going to be in that mindset. Most of us want to have a cheering, a booing, and see some energy and see some competition. But then go home and let it go.
The money's in the families. The money's in a family-friendly product. And that's not a family-friendly set of words that were used. Both sides. I didn't say Russell Westbrook
What?
That's not.
What did this guy say that was so? Get on your knees?
I don't know what else. It wasn't suitable for working. We working right now.
We go with what Russell Westbrook said happened.
What you mean? Russell Westbrook didn't say what the guy said.
Yes, he did.
In full? No, he didn't in full. In full.
Have you ever been to a game you're like, man, that fan's crazy. He should be kicked out of here. All right. That's all we're saying. That fan's crazy. He should be kicked out of here. And guess who shouldn't kick him out? Guess who shouldn't kick him out? Westbrook.
Okay,
you shouldn't be like, hold up, coach. You gonna escort this dude out of here. Okay. I'll be back to get that triple-double.
Let's start banning the fans.
We
already
did.
It has started already.
Let's start banning fans for heckling.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
When the fans come back and say and put the pressure, we're banning fans now for heckling.
Hold on.
Okay, when these athletes...
That's not a heckle.
We're not banning fans.
Okay,
we're not banning fans. We're banning a fan.
Okay,
I love when fans want to act like we are all collective. Y'all ain't all the same.
I ain't with him.
You know I pay your salary. No, you don't.
So
No, you don't. He does. He does.
When
all
this
y'all do,
standard
but not
gets
you.
set, when athletes cross the line, off the field, let's ban them too.
What do you mean cross the line?
I'm talking Joe Mixon. I'm talking about Kobe Bryant in
There's
Colorado.
a judicial system. Can you respect it? Can you respect the judicial system?
Yeah.
If this guy did this outside the
we're
arena, are we talking about basketball?
that a few out-of-place words in an arena, let's ban them. Put them out.
It's under the umbrella of the NBA.
When they do take drugs, cheating again, let's ban them for life too.
Hey, I'm not saying that. You're trying to move the argument in
I'm
jurisdiction.
telling you where
Moving the argument in jurisdiction.
He mixed it up.
You get charged with that, don't you?
I'm telling you exactly where it's going to go. That's as a journalist, this is what's the next step. Y'all want to start banning fans?
Let's take this step first. We'll worry about the next step after we take this step.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
There's a lot of history
What's up?
written off of, hey, let's do this one stupid thing
you can't do
and then
that,
wait until the next stupid thing happens
But
before
fans are already
This is
getting
not
banned.
stupid.
Like the guy from Denver.
It's a mistake.
That's a mistake.
They got 5 violation cards.
Man
yesterday.
on the court went right in Westbrook's
What
face.
about in Europe when the guy ran on the field and just hit him in the face? Got to do 14
weeks.
We've
Locked
been dealing
up.
with streakers and all that.
Oh, that ain't no streaker. You came and bombed on me, homie.
He hit him.
That ain't no streaker.
You can't do that.
Come on, Win.
I don't even know the details of what he's talking about.
It
I
escalates. Like if you don't give fans restrictions, it can escalate and get
This
worse.
will escalate on athletes as well. And y'all can sit here as elites.
Oh,
So athletes have no rights whatsoever. No, just because you pay
They
for
got plenty of rights.
I'm asking.
There's one guy in this argument that's getting paid millions of dollars.
It's not about the money.
And there's
Do
one
they have
guy
any
that
social?
paid several $100
bought your
to be
rights.
in it. No, it ain't about buying
Yeah,
your
you
rights.
bought. Yeah, you bought rights
So
for the day.
much is given, much is expected, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when they give you millions of dollars and all, hey, just
That might not be what that's about. It's not about the money in that phrase.
Yeah.
We have
It's not about
70
money.
years of NBA history, or maybe 90 years, pro football. We have 100 years of athletes ignoring hecklers. The overwhelming majority of them ignore hecklers of all kinds. Oh, but because Russell Westbrook is so soft and sensitive, we got to change everything and start banning fans.
No.
There's one guy that keeps having problems with fans, but we got to change the whole system.
I got a problem with
because
fans.
he's so
If
damn
we did not have social
I like a
media,
lot
we
of
would have
fans,
not saw this.
But if it goes overboard and I'm in the stands, I'm not cool with that.
Did anything go overboard last night in Utah based off of what we know?
If I was there, based on what we know, which we don't know at all,
Right.
what Russell said, that was over.